Good morning, Mr. Arius and friends. Today we're going to discuss about our paper on how learning English by watching movies. My name is Calvin. We are from class LA86 and we are majoring in business management.
My name is Jotham Tanto.
My name is Nicolas Sjah.
My name is Daffa Pahlevi.
So I hope you enjoy the video. So in the first chapter, I'm going to talk about the introduction. So what is movie? So movie is a visual art used to simulate experience through stories, perception, feelings, beauty or atmosphere. So it is known recorded or programmed moving images with sensory stimulations. So there are many ways to learning English. For example, like watching movie. By watching movie, you learn some English, like you know the pronunciation, you enrich your vocabulary, and anything. So the best genre for learning movie is drama because there's a lot of conversation and there are some basic words that easily to understand, to learn. So movie is so very accessible, like you can watch movie everywhere, every time, anytime you want, and yeah, with any people. So you can watch movie by open a web in a Google, but I don't recommend it because it's illegal. If you want to be more secure, you can open Netflix, you can search on YouTube. If you want to feel alive and feel the experience with the digital sound or anything, you just can go easily to theater like XXI, CGV, Flix, or many theater. So English has been an international language, like you can use it anywhere. You communicate with people from around the world using English. So by watching movies, you will get the benefit. Now I'm going to talk about the second chapter, and it is literature review. So according to the Tiffany, the use of English movie as an English learning tool should be implemented and also encouraged by English teachers. Many researchers and experts like Chu, Liu and Wang, Ismaili have claimed that the using of English movie is motivating the student. And there are so many benefits of learning English by watching movie, for example, enhancing students' oral, communication skills, increasing students' motivation, and many things.
Okay, so now I'm going to continue about the literature review. So according to Varga from 2013, the most dominant advantage of English movies in ESL classroom is their authenticity. And according to Kane from 2002, language is presented in everyday conversational settings, in real-life contexts rather than artificial situations. And according to Varga again from 2013, furthermore, movies pave the way to get familiar with the dialects of English language. And according to King again from 2002, another advantage of English movies is that in spite of demonstrating real materials, they also offer learners with paralinguistic characteristics such as facial expressions, motions of hands and body to express their feelings and thoughts, so which they can have beneficial effects in communicative situations. And according to Sabori, Zohradi, and Osboy from 2015, while students attend universities, they will face many problems in their English language, including weak comprehension, lack of vocabulary, bad grammar, and having poor ability in language skills. Movies can be helpful to deal with these factors and improve them in learning English language.
So today I'm going to explain you about the chapter 3 of our paper, that is the perception. So let's get started from the interview. From this interview we got 5 respondents. There are Della Angelina, Miranda Ardani, Mikey, Kezia Tegila, and Reina. They are all students from Binus University, Bekasi. So let's get started to the interview result. So from the first question, that is, which movie genre are good for learning English? The majority of respondents said that the comedy genre and the romance genre are good for learning English. But some of respondents also said there are drama genre and animation genre also good for learning English. So from the question 2, does watching English movie can improve your English skill? All of the respondents said yes, it can improve their English skill. From the question 3, which movie title are good for learning English? The majority of respondents said that Disney movie are good for learning English. But there is some respondents said that Marvel movie and Korean drama movie are good too for learning English. So from the question 4, does using subtitle help people who doesn't understand English? So all the respondents said yes, subtitle will help people that aren't understand English. From the 5 question, is watching movie can improve your vocabulary in grammar, writing, and speaking? Majority of respondents said yes, it can help their vocabulary. And there is some respondents who say not really. So from the question 6, are you recommend people to watch English or learn English by the movie? All of the respondents say yes, they will recommend to people they know to learn English by the movie. Okay, that's all about the interview result.
So let's continue to the questionnaire. So from this questionnaire we got 37 respondents. The respondent is from range 18 years old to 21 years old. But as you can see here from this bar chart, the majority of respondent is at 18 years old. And the respondent is 59.5% male and 40.5% female. So let's get started with the questionnaire result. So from the question, how often do you watch movie? 56.8% respondent says often, 18.9% says sometimes, 13.5% respondent say rarely, 10.8% says always. So from the question, what kind of film genre do you like? So from 27% said is action genre, 10.8% is horror genre, 21.6% is comedy genre, and 10.8% is adventure genre, and 10.8% drama genre, and sci-fi, animation, and romance is below 10%. So from the question, do you like Western film or film that use English? The 94.6% say yes, and the below 5% say no. So from the question, do you need to use subtitle when watching movie? The 89.2% respondents say yes, and 10.8% respondents say no. So from the question, have you watched movie that using English subtitle? The 40.5% of respondents say sometimes, the 18.9% respondents say rarely, the 8.1% using Indonesian subtitle, and 24.3% say often, and below 8% says always. So from the question, after watching the film, is your English knowledge improved? The 97.3 respondents say yes, and below 3% says no. From the question, does the film help your English in terms of grammar, listening, speaking, reading, writing, and the 91.9% say yes, and the 8.1% respondents says no. So from the question, do you encourage others to learn English using film? So the 97.3% respondents say yes, and below 3% respondents says no. So from the question, what title of the film do you think that's made your English knowledge increase? So from this bar chart, you can see that the Harry Potter film is the highest percentage at this point. Also, there is many film like Avengers, Divergent, Forrest Gump, and Star Wars for learning English. Okay, that's all about the questionnaire result. Thank you.
Okay, so right now I'm going to explain about the chapter 4, about how to study English by watching movies. So I'm going to explain it from the day 1 to day 6 step by step. From the day 1, you can watch 2 to 3 minutes scene with English subtitles. Do it 4 to 5 times for this day. And for the day 2, you can watch the same scene but without subtitles. Do it 4 to 5 times for this day too. And for the day 3, you can watch the same scene and you can pause after each sentence and repeat after the actors. Copy their pronunciation. And for the day 4, you can track or shadow the same scene. Copy their pronunciation and use English subtitle if needed. And for the day 4, you can track or shadow the same scene, but you're not using English subtitles anymore. You should copy the actor's pronunciation. And for the day 5, you can track or shadow the same scene, but you cannot use any English subtitles. You need to copy the emotions, the movement of the actors, and their pronunciation. And for the day 6, this is optional. You can use the same scene and you can record your voice as you track or shadow it. And you can compare your voice record to the actor's pronunciation.
Now I want to present about the chapter 5, that is advantages and disadvantages. Now I want to present about the advantages first. So first advantages is it can improve people ability in vocabulary and pronunciation in English by watching a character in a movie that are doing conversation or talking. The second advantages is people will have a confident and better saying word in English in English rather than by mimicking or memorizing the word that can be translated. The third is people will have a better listening in English and have an opportunity to practice their voice on the word that have meaning. And then the fourth is watching movies is a relaxing studying, because by watching a movie people will feel more relaxing and enjoyable. This is important because in learning we have to have a relaxing moment so that our brain can focus on something. And then the fifth advantages is movie is a practical media, which means you can see the movie anytime and anywhere. And it's also a learning media that give a viewer their culture and a English language that can be learned. Now I want to present about the disadvantages. So first disadvantages is some people, mainly the younger or some old people, have a difficult learning English by watching a movie because several factors such as like age, memorized learning skills, and ununderstandable words and etc. And the second, by learning English by watching a movie is difficult for some basic people because there are some mixture of English such as like American English, UK English, and practically maybe British English that are combined together that maybe confuse some of the viewers to understand their meanings. And then the third is some foreign people need some subtitles to learn English in the movie. And then the fourth is because the movie is a long time period, it maybe cost a lot of time for some people. And then the last is because some people just only watching the movie just for entertainment, then not using movie for learning English.
So I want to explain the chapter 6 of our paper, that is the conclusion. So the conclusion is from the number of respondents we interviewed agreed that watching English movie can improve their English skill. The majority of respondents said that they often watch English movie or Western movie, and the most favorite liked genre is comedy and drama. So the majority of respondents said they have to use Indonesian subtitle while watching the movie they like, but some of them doesn't have to use the subtitle or use the English subtitle. The respondents have choose that the movie to learn is good to learn English are Harry Potter movies and Disney movies. The majority of respondents said that they would recommend it to other people to learn English from the movie. Learning English is an effective way. We can watch movie or enjoy movie that we like while learning the language spoken by the actor and the character in the film. By watching movie, we can also increase our grammar, writing, reading, and speaking. Also, while watching movie, we can find new vocabulary that foreign to us. Also, by watching movie, we can learn other language that foreign to us, like Japanese, Korean, and India, and other language that from the movie, according to the movie that we watch.
Now, let's continue to the interview videos.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Marshall Jotham Tanto and I'm from class LA86. I'm majoring in business management. And today I'm joined with Miranda Arnani and she's majoring in business information and technology and she's from class
LA80.
And today I'm going to interview her about learning English by watching a movies. So are you ready for the interview?
Yes.
Okay, so the first question is, in your opinion, which movies are good for learning English? Like what genre?
I think it's drama.
And the second question is, in your opinion, does watching English movies can improve your English skill?
Yes, it can.
And the third is, can you please give me an example what movies are good for improving your English skill?
I think, in my opinion, is to all the boys I've loved before.
Okay, and the fourth question is using a subtitle in the movie helping people that aren't understand English?
In English or in Indonesia?
In English.
I think it is helping.
Okay, and the fifth question is, do you think that watching a lot of English films can enrich your vocabulary in speaking English?
Of course.
And the last question is, do you recommend people to watch movie to improve their English skills
Yes, because I'm watching movies too.
or improving your English skills?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for the time.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do an interview about learning English by watching movies. So my name is Calvin and today I'm here joined with.
Kezia.
So are you ready for the interview?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start for the first question. So the first question, in your opinion, which movies are good for learning English? Like which genre?
I think it's comedy, romantic.
Okay. So the second question, in your opinion, does watching English movies can improve your English skill?
Yes.
Yes. So the third question, can you please give me an example what movies are good for improving your English skill?
I think it's a Narnia and Disney's movie because that's all. It's my first movie I watched.
Okay. So the fourth question is using a subtitle in movie helping people that aren't understanding English?
Yes.
So the fifth question, do you think that watching a lot of English films can enrich your vocabulary in English speaking?
Not really.
So the last question, do you recommend people to watch English movie to improve their English skills?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Nicolas Sjah. I'm from LA86 class. I'm majoring in business management and today I'm going to interview someone about learning English by movie. And now I'm with Karina. Good afternoon, Kak. So, are you ready for the interview?
Yes.
Okay, so the first question is, in your opinion, which movie are good for learning English? I mean, what is the genre?
For me, it's good is comedy and romantic genre.
Okay, so the second question is, in your opinion, does watching English movie can improve your English skill?
Yes.
Right, the third question, can you please give me an example what movie are good for improving your English skills? Like maybe something?
Marvel movie and Disney movie.
Okay, so the fourth question is using the subtitle in the movie helping people that are understand English?
Yes.
Okay, so the fifth question is, do you think that watching a lot of English films can enrich your vocabulary in speaking?
Not really.
Okay, and the last question is, do you recommend that people to watch movie to improve their English skill? Okay, thank you for your interview, Karen. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Tanto and I'm majoring in business management. Today I'm joined with Della Angelina and she's majoring in accounting. Today I'm going to interview her about learning English by watching a movie. So are you ready for the interview?
Yes.
So the first question is, in your opinion, which movies are good for learning English?
I think drama.
Okay, and the second question is, in your opinion, does watching English movies can improve your English skill?
Yes, of course.
And the third question, can you please give me an example what movies are good for improving your English skill?
Korean drama.
Okay, so the fourth question is using a subtitle in the movie helping people that aren't understand English?
Yes, of course.
And the fifth question is, do you think that watching a lot of English films can enrich your vocabulary in speaking?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
And the last question is, do you recommend people to watch movies to improve their English skills?
Yeah, because I doing it too.
Okay. Thank you for the interview.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Muhammad Daffa Pahlevi and I'm from class LA86 and I'm majoring in business management. So today I want to interview about learning English by a movie. So now I'm with Mikey from class LA80. So are you ready for the interview?
Yes.
Okay, the first question. In your opinion, which movie are good for learning English?
I think Toy Story is a good for learning English.
Okay, the second question. In your opinion, does watching English movie can improve your English skill?
Maybe yes.
The third question. Can you please give me an example what movie are good for improving your English skill?
Because I like a Disney movie, so I choose Toy Story.
Is using a subtitle in the movie helping people that aren't understand English?
Yes.
So the fifth question. Do you think that watching a lot of English films can enrich your vocabulary in speaking?
I think yes.
Okay, the last question.
Yes.
Do you recommend that people to watch movie to improve their English skill?
Of course. Yes.
Okay, thank you Mikey for your time.
Okay.